All right. So I have a topic. It's good, shying away from a little bit of the naughty, but back to a little bit of the nerdy. I wanted to talk gaming through the generations.
Oh, we're
So
back on the nerd
yeah,
topics.
so back on the nerd topic. We're all three, we've all are gamers. We're admittedly gamers. We've been playing games the entire life. So I wanted to,
As far as I
dedicate a
know.
little bit of time to maybe every live session to talk a little bit about games that we played throughout the years. Um, so the one that for me, so currently I want to bring up like, games that really stand out right now, like to you as far as like ones that throw you back into your childhood, ones that make you go back into the past. Things that like today, when someone's like, "What game can you remember from your childhood?" You just bring it up like that. And for me, unfortunately, for me, that's Call of Duty. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Back in the day, Call of Duty did not have multiplayer. And I'm talking the first Call of Duty that I played was Call of Duty 2, Big Red one. And that was on GameCube. And the story mode was so amazing. The campaign was amazing. I loved it so much. I played it like 4 or 5 times through. And then I eventually was able to pick up the first one and play that one all the way through. And then in high school, because like I didn't have like the newest consoles growing up. I always had like the past 2 years consoles, the older ones. So then my friend introduced me into Call of Duty 2 with the multiplayer, and it was just the addiction just skyrocketed after that. Like I have played every single Call of Duty game ever since, and um, I don't know. There's nothing that beats the first one and the ones without story. Like even the second one that had multiplayer in it, the campaign was just amazing. But Finest Hour, the one with Bruce Willis on the cover, um, was a great campaign. I know the graphics are really terrible now, but so amazing. Um, but yeah, that that Call of Duty, yeah, it
Huh.
sparked up my favorite thing to do in shooter games, which is quick scoping and sniping. My friends hated playing me in Call of Duty 2 on Xbox 360. I would always snipe them with the Springfield.
I mean,
I
that's when
just wish
you
you were into good games.
yeah, I will also say though that's when you weren't accidentally cutting your controller wire because you were so eager to open your new controller.
That was I still can't believe you remember that. I
That
I was
that happened.
excited and I
What?
cut
All
it.
right, I want to hear
Oh
more
my
about
gosh.
this.
I worked at a
What?
GameStop and I bought a controller, and my boss always like gave me crap, so that's important. He always gave me crap. He always was like,
Okay.
"Oh, these are your friends that you pay to bring in with you, huh? They're not really your friends. They're your employees that you pay to be your friends." Anyway, I bought a controller that was wired and I went to open it and the wire was at the top of the packaging and I cut the wire literally right at the base of the controller. And I bring it in immediately back and my boss is like, what'd you do?" And I was like, I made up some BS, but he just gave me such a hard time about it. And then he was like, "Oh, are these your friends that you pay to be here?" And I just was like, "Dude, come on, leave me alone. Just give me a break. Just give me
These
the
are your
replacement
friends that you
controller."
pay to be here?
Yeah. Spyro is a
if I
good game. It was a classic.
if I remember correctly, there was like your controller was dying or something, and there was like a competition that you were trying to do. So you like had to run very quickly to the store, pick up the controller, and you're like very eager to like open it and like get back into the competition or something. And
Trying to remember what I was doing.
Sounds like her.
yeah,
Was
yeah,
that for
I'll
the
never forget that.
man,
Definitely sounds like
it might have
her.
been like a clan that I was in or something. I don't remember.
And I mean, we're like talking about like what 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I still remember.
I don't. I put that out of my memory.
North
But
remembers.
yeah, Call of
That's
Duty, that's my favorite series or game. I guess that's most memorable for me.
That's too bad.
I have other games that are memorable, but I've just been playing Call of Duty. I still play the fucking game. Like, it's been 20 something years and I still play the game. Like, so I have to talk about it at least one time. At least once.
Pew pew.
Pew
Pew pew pew.
All right, fine. What's
Guns,
a
the
game that brought
game.
you all back, that brings you back to your childhood, that literally I ask you right now and that's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, one of the ones that I was thinking about was one that I was considering was one that Cowboy mentioned up here in the chat earlier. Spyro was one of my favorites.
Spyro is a good
along with Crash Bandicoot. I think they came out around the same time. But we'll have to say, as far as like video games, like most memorable from my childhood would probably have to be Ocarina of Time.
That's good.
Zelda.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a little bit of twinkling.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, little fairy boy.
Oh my god.
Everyone knows that Link is a twink.
Prancing
that's
around. He's got his little red skirt, his little green skirt, and his little blue skirt.
Yep.
It's a tunic.
Nope, it's
Oh
a
my-
skirt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time. I think I don't know if I beat that one. I never actually was able to complete the Zelda games except the ones on Game Boy Color because
I definitely beat it.
I was always grounded.
You're just like
huh?
you're not that good, Jenny. Yeah, you just have to get good.
Do you play
And
it,
also-
Jay?
Oh, I played it. I will say that's probably my favorite Zelda game. I haven't played any of the new ones. I wish I could,
Did you
but
play Majora's Mask?
I did.
That one was
believe-
hard. That one's so
Yeah, I
hard.
believe that one freaked me the fuck out with
Oh, with the masks? Yeah, they were creepy.
I like Majora's Mask, but Ocarina is definitely like my favorite one.
Yeah.
Majora's Mask, the criminals are so creepy. They were creepy, for sure. Oh my gosh. I could never finish it because there was like a time limit. Like you couldn't, right?
I
Is
mean,
that
you play a song to reset the day, but you have a time limit to do.
I don't know. I
each
was so young. I
dungeon.
didn't know what I was doing. Like I was really
It's a-
young when
it's
I
a
played
good
that game.
I like it. You should try it again sometime.
Maybe. Potentially. Maybe I'll do it on my stream.
But yeah, close second to Spyro.
Yeah, Spyro is a good game. I can't really say. So, believe it or not, I did not play Spyro or Crash Bandicoot or any PlayStation game when I was a kid. So that's why, like, my opinion, like my games, all when I was a kid was on N64 and game. Like I had Nintendo consoles. So, but Jay, what about you? What about you? What about you? Game.
I don't know.
Memorable childhood.
I guess like one. I guess like I have a couple. Like one would be like Need for Speed Underground 2. Like it just had an amazing soundtrack, the open world, you could customize your own car. I loved that.
All the racer cars and Underglow that it inspired in the real world. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it so much.
That it's like I don't know. That was always like my favorite, like kind of like racing car game.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. And then I loved like our little like Halo parties, like our LAN parties where everyone would bring like their Xbox and like TVs and stuff.
I went to
Yeah,
a few Halo LAN parties.
Man, I miss
Yeah.
those days.
Those were epic days.
I got the freaking, speaking of Halo, I remember I worked at that one grocery store. I literally got a job
You
there.
worked at
So
a grocery store?
yeah, so I could save up money
Yeah.
so I could get the Halo 3 Xbox 360. And when I got it, I just played Halo all the time. Halo 3 was my favorite game at that time. Oh, I think you used to come over with your Xbox, and then you and our other friend would play, right? At his
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot of gaming.
Of course we did.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You two did
Um,
a lot of gaming?
Oh
Really?
yeah. Mhm.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Among other things.
Basketball, skimming.
Skinning?
Skimming.
What were you
Skimming. It's like
skinning?
surfing, but it's more lame looking.
Oh my god.
Skinning animals?
Um. Anyways, and yeah, I would say like more recently, I still try to do this. I love playing, like, I don't know, like Sea of Thieves, with like my college friends from Florida, because I do remember that was like literally the only time that we would like start gaming. I remember there was like one time where we were playing games and then like literally the sun came up and I was like, oh fuck, like I am so fucked right now.
Yeah.
I and like part of me hates Sea of Thieves, honestly. But no,
Yeah.
I just like love like that kind of like game because it was just like something all of our like college friends would play.
Yeah.
So
That reminds me of like probably around the same years, college years. I didn't go to college, but I had a group of friends who would play Daisy, and like sometimes we would literally wake up, play all fucking day, and then go to sleep really late, and then wake up super early the next morning and start playing all day. And then by the time we did it 3 days, we'd be like, my eyes hurt, my back hurts from sitting in the chair. We're just like, we made the worst decision ever. But it's just like those memories that you hold on to, because like I'll never forget the experiences I had with them in
And
that
this
game,
was like
Daisy.
last week, right?
Yeah, this was just like the other day, actually. That's why my eyes, I'm tired. I'm just kidding.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
Halo's a good game. I love. We're gonna talk. I think this is a subject that we will talk more about in
Halo?
our. No.
I think we
Our
should talk about Halo
gaming
each time we get
gaming
together.
through the generations. I think is something we will talk about more than once in our podcast live sessions.
And Halo.
So, I really do love that.